All my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers, so make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace. Let's talk about the Detroit Pistons trade for Charlotte Hornet point guard Terry Rozier. Let's talk about it. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, share the video. Don't forget you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all my social media subscription. Reach out anytime if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. But let's talk about it. I mean, Terry Rozier was the guy that wanted to be the man in Boston. Obviously, Jason Tatum, he waited his chance and he was reserved, so he wanted to go somewhere and start. And he basically, Kemba Walker went up there. He went down to Charlotte, and you know, honestly, man, he really not a bad player at all, man. When you look at him, he is a tailor-made Piston. You look at his, he's tough, gritty, worked his way up throughout his career, so he's the guy that you want on your team. He's that guy. You know, he was from Youngstown, Ohio, so he making $20 million this year, so obviously you got to match that up. He went to Louisville. You look throughout his career, there's been growth. He's 27 years old, so he pretty much still in his prime some way, as long as he stay healthy. He shot 45% from the field, 38.9% from three, over 81% from the free throw line, 20.4 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and he's pretty much improved every year of his career. You know, look at his statisticals, at least scoring, even shooter percentage for the most part is went up each year. So you gotta look at him. One thing you know for sure, I think he's almost ready to bust and become an all-star, but solid height, 6'1", tough guy, can guard multiple, kind of maybe some both. He can guard both guard positions in some situations. He's a combo guard. He's not a guy that's gonna, you know, facilitate and be a Jason Kidd or guys like that. But one thing, if you're gonna take K, you can put him and K can play in the backcourt. You put Cade at the three, he can kind of run the point sometimes, or he can play off the ball. So the beautiful thing about Scary Terry, as they call him, is that his versatility. His versatility, man. Tough-minded, you know, Piston type of guard. And like I said before, I think he's another guy. People was mad because I made the Kobe White thing. Kobe White is clearly better than Killian Hayes. But people know, in the future potential, no, we talking about right now. Even as a rookie compared to Killian and Kobe White's rookie numbers, there's no comparison. You know, Kobe White is perfect playing with Cade Cunningham. He's a guy that's scoring on that, but here's another guy that I think people respect a lot more. Tough, guard, blue chip, hardworking guy that represent Detroit. He don't need the ball in his hands per se to be a point guard. I mean, people don't understand what you get with Cade and Killian playing together is lack of explosion. Two players who need the ball in their hands. But then if you take the ball out of Cade Cunningham's hands, that takes away from the mystique of his game. So that's what I'm trying to explain to people. They don't need a guy like Killian to facilitate no more. You get a combo guard like Terry Rozier, get a combo guard like Kobe White. You could put him in the backcourt with Josh Jackson, you could be okay. You could put him in the backcourt, you could trade back into the first round, get a Bogut, get a Moody. They can play with them eventually. So I think Terry Rozier I think he's tailor-made to be a Piston. Athletic guy, will get you the rim, still in his prime, not an old washed up player, don't have his problems being in shape. And people say, well, why would they trade him? There's the LaMelo Ball is in the house. You know, they can let go Devontae Graham this year, but LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier can play together, but I think they can bring back Devontae Graham and LaMelo Ball. They can play together as well too. So I think I just think it's a better fit for LaMelo to be in the backcourt without Terry Rozier. I think that's the fit, and obviously you don't want to be paying Terry Rozier all this money. And you know, they were trying to find a way not to play LaMelo Ball. They were trying to find a way to not play LaMelo Ball. So he earned the spot. He got in, made shit jump. There was a better team. I think at this point, it's time. It's time to get a game to LaMelo, bring back Graham, replace Graham, or unleash Malik Monk, and allow Terry Rozier to go somewhere else. Now it's kind of seeming like Terry Rozier is a journeyman. He's not that good. He's a good player. He just was in some situations where he didn't want to be a backup in Boston no more. He paid his dues. He go to Charlotte, replace Kemba Walker. Then they end up with LaMelo Ball. Because they very may well could have ended up with James Wiseman had the Warriors did the right thing. But I think LeVar Ball opening his mouth, which Charlotte fans should be thankful. Him opening his mouth allowed LaMelo Ball to fall to Hornets. If he didn't open his mouth, he didn't say, I don't want my son to play out there in Golden State, we wouldn't even be here having this conversation. Rozier and James Wiseman would have been there doing their thing. And we wouldn't even be talking about it's time for Rozier to change the scenery. There wouldn't even be amongst the discussion. Had LeVar shut up, he would have been in Golden State. Had he shut up, he might even been in Minnesota. I think that's what scared Minnesota away, is that he talking a little bit too much. Now, is Minnesota going to cry or spill milk with Anthony Edwards? No, Anthony Edwards is a certified baller. But what they needed was somebody that make people better and run the show like LaMelo Ball. That's what they was missing. And D'Angelo Russell, what's old boy Malik Beasley, and Anthony Edwards ain't that. You know, Michael Jordan was one of the few pure scorers that changed the franchise around instantly. One of the few. And also, he committed on the defensive end too. You know, and he could facilitate a little bit. So that was the thing about Mike, and that's something that you know, Anthony Edwards not giving him up there. But yeah, I can definitely see him working. He is a Piston, tough. I see why he's tough. He's from Youngstown, tough guy. You know, Youngstown has some solid boxers too, man. So tough guy. That's what the Pistons need. Somebody tough, strong-willed, mentally strong. He signifies to a Piston. He can play well with Cade Cunningham. And he more athletic than Killian too. And you getting a proven thing. Now, what would you trade down there? You know, I don't know the salaries, but Killian, DeBoyer, that's the start. I don't know how much. And the Pistons got cap room. You know, would I trade some picks for Rozier? No, I wouldn't trade no draft capital, except for it's a second-round pick. But I wouldn't trade too much capital for future capital. But players, man, they can have them. You know, any young players they like other than the main ones we know we ain't getting rid of. Yeah, I'm with it. I mean, you know, then again, they might not want Killian because they got LaMelo Ball. So I don't know, man, what they would want, man. But Gordon Hayward, he always injured. They can use DeBoyer, Josh Jackson. I mean, there's a number of guys. But I still want to trade it first. If we couldn't do it without draft capital, unless it's in the far, far future, then, you know, forget it. I can just find capital, move back in the second round, end up with a good wing like Bo Knight, Moses Moody, or somebody else. But then again, we wouldn't be having this conversation had they listened to me and take Tyrese Haliburton. Okay, we wouldn't even have this conversation. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We will see. But I think it's the guy you should look at. Now, Devontae Graham, a free agent too. He can light it up. So he's a guy that come off the bench or give you some minutes and light it up for real. So let me know what you guys think. You think we should go after Terry Rozier? Let me know. A lot of people didn't like the Kobe White video, but that's just my opinion. I can't predict potential, but I can predict who good right now, who better. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Check the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist out. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All the social media links, subscription. Twitter's the fastest way. Then Facebook, then Instagram. All my links, subscription. You need to reach out. Business question, video request, chop it up, whatever it may be. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Rest of the donate, share the video one time for the one time. Mercy Sports Talk. Peace.